Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. JT Decker, and today we're doing something interesting. A few days ago, Hawken, which is a multiplayer mech shooter kind of game, released an update, a pretty major update that included Oculus Rift support. I've played the game a few times in the past. I'm nowhere good at it, but I wanted to explore the Oculus Rift implementation with it, especially since it's like a mech piloting game. I feel like sitting in the cockpit of a mech inside the Rift would be awesome, so I'm gonna try it out. Let's jack in. Alright guys, so here we are. We are in the Hawken menu. Whoa, little dude flying around. So I'll say straight off the bat, that looks cool. That mech sitting back there on the thing, there's a lot of depth. It looks like it's far in the distance. This big mech sitting there. The scale looks really interesting. The menu is weird. Like, the menu's floating like right here in front of me, right? It feels like, and I believe you can adjust that here. You can adjust how far, that's actually the HUD, sorry. You can adjust how close this is to you. This is like the default. It's like right in your face. It's ridiculous. It's completely unusable. I think my calibration's a little bit off. I have to turn my head slightly to the left to be center. Anyways, it's weird because the resolution's really funky. Like, I cannot read anything. I'm clicking based on memory. You cannot read anything at all. At all. It is, I would say it's completely unusable. Like, that might just be a limitation of the Rift, the low resolution of it, but I mean, I've seen menus done in other games, and they work. I mean, I can read Hawken at the top, I can read deploy. That's it, that's all I can read. Okay. Oh. Alright, well let's, apparently oh, here we go. We're in the garage. There's my mech. See, now this is cool, though. Like, let's be honest, this is freaking cool. Seeing your mech over there in the distance. I'm gonna pick up this guy. That's a cool experience. You got these awesome mechs in your... Okay, so here we are. We're in our mech. I'm just gonna let you guys know in advance. I'm gonna suck, because I'm looking at the... Okay, this is the experience I wanted to see. This is cool. This is freaking cool. It feels like you're sitting in this cockpit. The scale of the cockpit feels a little small. I feel like it's the scale's not quite right. Like I feel like it should be a little bit bigger in here. It feels very compact. Maybe it's just because it's one of the smaller mechs. It's not a very big mech, but it's just cool. You can definitely see there's a membrane to the window, and you're looking out of something. You can see the dust on the window here, and then like the street beyond it. I also like how your HUD, the important information, it's almost like it's tacked onto your helmet, like onto the Rift, like my map, my health, enemy, all that stuff. Now, the depth of the world is very cool. I gotta point that out. The world feels very big in scale. That's cool. Look at the particle effects are just unbelievable. And seeing like missiles fly out, it's awesome. Now, the FOV is just a little funky. I feel like I might need to adjust that. Let's see if we can adjust that a little bit here. I'm hoping I'm clicking on the right things. Field of view, is that... Yeah, okay, field of view. Can I turn that up? Oh, whoa. I can't really tell. It was at, like... Let's just go crazy with it and, like, take it all the way out and see what that does. Whoa, okay. No, that's weird. That's weird. That's not right. That feels really, really weird. I can't really tell what number I'm at. I'm just kind of guessing. Oh, sorry. Okay. What am I doing? Once again, can't read any of this. It's just like pixelated gibberish. I cannot tell what any of that is. So that's definitely something that needs to be worked on, right? Whoa. Like, being in the mech, feeling like you're in a mech, that, fabulous. Like, this is incredibly cool feeling. I will say that it's kind of weird that, like, when you move like this, see how the HUD tilts forward? It's a little weird. You don't quite move with it. Now, once again, this game is not built around... I've noticed a trend here. When games are not built around the Rift from the ground up, the implementation of it is always a little weird. Whoa! The implementation of it's always a little funky. Come here, you bastards. gotta get out, get out, get out. Now I'm really curious to see this when I repair. Whoa! That's, okay, that's super buggy, apparently. When I repair, you just... the cockpit disappears. You should stay in the cockpit for repair, obviously. I like the idea of these cockpit-style games, though. They, in my opinion, have by far the greatest strength. These are my... I'm shooting my own people. I'm shooting my own team. I'm not used to the... Oh, this is so weird. It's cool to follow that guy around. Yeah, everything just feels a little bizarre, you know? Everything feels like a little too close. I don't know if they quite got the perspective right. That looks incredible, though. Whoa, that's incredible right there. So I feel like this is on the right path. Like, I want to see a game like this. A lot of these things are problems that aren't necessarily the developer's fault. It's the fact that the Rift just, you know, the low resolution of the Rift provides some problems. When I'm healing like this, by far is the weirdest. I feel like I'm looking through binoculars. Does not feel right. Okay, this is not a good place for me to be. That's a good guy. That's not. Like, now Hawken. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Whoa, that was pretty cool. Now, Hawken is a much faster-paced, kind of arcadey-style mech game, right? So I would really be curious to see how this style of thing... What the hell? Oh, we won! Ah, due to my amazing skills. This is weird. Whoa. Whoa. Look at these. See, these mechs look amazing. The interface is just like, look at those little yeah, I can't read those. I can't see the names of those people. And the menu's just so wonky. So very wonky. It's like it's so close, right? It's so close to being. I can't read what this is. Stats or something. It's so close to being like really, really cool. There are aspects of this that are awesome, and I'll give them props for sure for just the feeling of being in the mech, being able to look around the cockpit. That's amazing. That feels good. The menus are atrocious. Like they're horrible. Like like what do I do? Like I don't even, unless you're super familiar with Hawken, you would never be able in a million years be able to effectively navigate these menus with this thing. I mean, it's just, you can tell it was not, you know, hopefully this is something that, whoa, nice job, pilot. I can barely read that. Roger that, all right. Like, I can barely, you know, what was I was just saying something. I forget what I was saying. Something important. I'm sure it was something very important that you needed to hear, but like the menus are just really weird. That's something that could definitely be improved on in a patch. That's what I was gonna say. Could not find, oh, see, I didn't even know that that's what it said because I couldn't read it. Launch. What? Why can't I find a match? Quick match. Launch. The machines, the mechs, they feel big, they feel cool. That is a cool thing. And that's a hard experience to replicate. Oh, this is, I didn't even think to look behind me. It's a cool experience. It's hard to explain how cool it feels to actually be sitting in a mech. Let's try a different mech this time. See if it's different inside of a different mech. Well, the interior is pretty much identical.
5 minutes remaining.
Like, I just want to look around my cockpit. I could see a lot of really interesting potential, like customizing, because I know you can customize your cockpit a bit, but being able to like hang medals and stuff behind you, things like that. Those are some things that the Oculus Rift could really bring to the table. Also, having some sort of like playing this with like a joystick or something, and then actually seeing the joystick move in your cockpit in relation to how you're moving it in real life. That'd be awesome. I think that a lot of games could really benefit from a, whoa! Where'd you go? Where'd you go, bro? Get off me. This guy's gonna kill me. Oh, where'd he go? Could really benefit from, having, joystick support. You know, joystick support's kind of gone away. Like, there's no real... Oh, get out of it. Repair. This is terrible. But see, there are awesome things and there are weird things. The repairing thing is horrible. You can't see. It's just... Nah. Dying is cool. The way the camera detaches when you die is cool. Now, this is interesting. I can look around this guy. I'm observing him, and I can actually look around his cockpit. That's kind of cool. Like flight simulators and things like that, things where you're actually supposed to be seated in a thing with a joystick or like a steering wheel support, that's the kind of stuff that's really interesting. Now, there is some like motion sickness that you get in playing Rift games sometimes, and you don't feel that as much in this because I'm so bad at this. You don't get that as much with this experience because your brain gets it, right? You're sitting in a cockpit, and when you move the mouse, it's like moving a steering wheel. It's moving the device you're in, and you can look independently inside your... So it makes more sense than being inside someone's head, because you don't have a control to move someone's head, and then also your Oculus Rift is moving that same head. It doesn't quite work as smoothly. That's something that does work very smoothly here. I don't feel any queasiness whatsoever at all. Now, could someone use this competitively? I don't know. Once the consumer version comes out and the resolution's higher, and they iron out some of these issues. Oh, I'm gonna kill someone. I'm so bad. Look, I'm trying to commentate and explain what's going on. I'm gonna suck. It's just me and one other guy. He's owning my face. I'm gonna switch out to my other mech here. I'm terrible in the first place, and then he has the advantage of not playing on the super low res thing. Come here, you bastard. Oh yeah, you can't get away this time. Oh, but he did get away this time. Oh, this guy's taking me to school. But I mean, if you did things like improve the way the menus work, improve the little things. Now, granted, this patch came out like 2-3 days ago, adding this support. There's a long way to go. It's going to take a long time to get games properly implemented, especially games that are already established. Because the game's got to work. Oh, the game's got to work and make sense outside of the Rift 2. So you're going to have to add some pretty radical changes to it without making it like, you know, it's still the same game. It's still got to handle the same way, but it's got to make sense with the peripheral, right? So this is a good first step. It's an excellent first step, and it's definitely like, oh, look, this is cool. Being able to observe this is freaking cool. You are ranked second. I came in second place. Yeah. So it's cool. I'm not gonna play too much more because I'm terrible. So obviously, oh, there were more people in that. I felt like there was only 2. It was me versus 3 people. I didn't even know. I didn't even know what was going on. I still don't know what's going on. Let's be honest. I'm terrible. But so take that off. Oh my gosh. So I mean, it's cool. It's the perfect first step. Like it's what the developer needs to do. They need to get it out there. They need people to put it on. They need people to tell them this works, this doesn't. Being in the mech, that's awesome. That feels right. It feels cool. The menus are horrible. You would never be able to play that in any normal circumstance. Part of that's the Rift's low resolution, but I know you can make the menus work. I've played tons of games where the menus work just fine. You can definitely make the menus work. It's both ends. Once the resolution's higher, it's going to be a lot easier. But I mean, it's on both people's sides there. It's on the Rift and on the developer to make that sort of thing work. Things like when you died, or like the repair bot thing. It was just terrible, and the scale doesn't quite feel right. They need to work on the scale of the cockpit, and that's just, you know, that's just going to take time and feedback. But it's cool. I would, if you have an Oculus Rift and you have Hawken, check it out for sure. Is it something you're going to be playing it with all the time? You'll never go back to normal monitor? You probably won't, because you're probably going to die a lot, because it's just a little weird. You guys might be better than I am, so you might do good, but I don't know. But I think it's cool. I think it's really freaking cool, and it's a great first step, and it's where these developers need to be going. For a first effort, it is pretty cool, and it's worth it just for the experience of feeling like you're sitting inside a giant mech, because it's freaking cool. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up and stop rambling about this stuff. I just get excited about it because I think it's cool. So, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit like, and of course subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!